yeah, anyways, just a good warm day. As I said, a lot of people are out. I'm in the center, so I'm gonna have a chance to show you the central city of Tbilisi, called Rustaveli, and yeah, show you a little bit around. So let's see. Let's wait for people to come in a little bit. More of the people come in. Okay, I see gradually the viewers heading up. Feel free to say hi in the chat and let me know if the microphone is working. In the meantime, what should I talk about? I'll talk about Georgian people. After traveling to Vietnam and other places, I find Georgian people so pretty, especially girls, women. You know, everyone has their own style and their own charm, I would say. But anyways, I'm in the... Oh, hello. Hi there. Anyways, in the central area of Tbilisi now. Let me show you a little bit. I'm doing well. So right now I'm in just switch it up. So this is one of the central streets in Tbilisi. A nice day for a good walk. One of my favorite areas. This is where Tbilisi started. This is the beginning of the old city. And yeah, let me just turn back. At this time here it gets cooler, but I guess it's all right now. Still some leftovers of the warm weather, the summer. Are you Georgian? Yes, I am. I'm Georgian. I was born in Tbilisi, was raised in Tbilisi, and spent most of my life here. Okay, let me show you. This is quite cool. Okay, so I'm not even sure if it's a Georgian instrument. I don't think so, but the music is Georgian. So it's like a Georgian symphony music with the very interesting blowing instrument. Okay, anyways. How are you doing? I'm doing great, actually. It's good weather today. All Georgian women are that beautiful. Now I'm looking around, and yes, I think they are. I think like there's so many, like you see. I do think that a lot of Georgian women are beautiful. So now we're gonna go this direction. It is, as I said, one of the main roads and one of the central areas and the central road. So traffic is quite big here. A lot of Georgians think that I'm foreigner myself, so they usually assume that I'm not Georgian. But then I surprise them with random "Gamar Joba, how are you?" like in Georgian, like "Rogor Khar," and where do you live? At this point Me and my husband are here in Tbilisi, but we travel quite a lot lately. We've been in Vietnam, Philippines, basically Southeast Asia, few days in Kuwait, then back to Tbilisi, Georgia, and if everything goes well, potentially United States for a few months, and then we'll see how it goes. No particular plan after that one. Let me show you a little bit of the market. So this is like an open market, but like specifically for the souvenirs and a lot of paintings. It's very common here. You will see a lot of artwork and a lot of jewelry and a lot of touristy stuff in the center, obviously. But look at this. So this area used to be abandoned, but now they made it. So it used to be in Gondola, but it was abandoned for quite some time. And now you can take a gondola from here and go to the up to the main pillar, like a TV translating pillar. And there is also attraction park near it. So it seems a little bit, it's close, but it's actually quite far, and it's right on the mountain. So we're gonna have some view from the other angle. So I'm gonna be able to show you that it actually stands on the mountain. I'm not planning to go there anyways. I'm just gonna go and show you the walk on the main street. Oh, regarding sparring, yeah. Someone says they want to do some boxing sparring with me. Well, I started my sparrings. It's just in that gym. I didn't manage to record anything. Live streaming is not very appropriate there, so I cannot just do that. Like, my main goal is to get that practice. So I already had 2 sparrings. One was the boy, like a 14-year-old boy, but competitive. Very good boxer for that age. And yesterday there was a girl, 15 years old, also competitive, taller than me, longer reach, works very well on the distance. But like at that age, I just reminded myself, I remembered myself when I was that age, maybe a little bit older, like 17, and I was so emotional myself. I could not hold the pace on the ring, and it was so funny. Like we were working quite well, but we were working like catching each other. You know what I mean? Her coach tells her like roughly, "Why you're freezing? Why you're standing? Well, like, you're not doing anything." And she started getting like so attacking, and obviously, when I got hit quite hard, I even have a blue eye. You might not see it here, but I have a blue eye. I obviously had to punch her back, you know, to kind of show her that she gotta be careful with that much pushing, even though she did very well. But then she starts getting upset and crying just because like her coach and like I was like, "You got this, you're doing great." Essentially it was very good sparring, but she wanted to kill me. Not she's a wonderful girl. No, I'm not saying it in a negative way, but during the sparring up until the end, I think everyone stopped in the last round and they were just watching us because she was trying to go after me. I would reflect, some punches would go through, then I would go in the clinch, go close distance, punch back. And here I saw the difference in the age. It's the skill. I do believe she's way more prepared than me. She's very good. She's hard puncher for her weight class and for her age. But the psychological approach to it is different. I'm 10 years older, and it kind of reminded myself when I was 17, and it was completely different. Now it was just fun for me. I didn't mind getting hit in my head. I didn't mind get those punches. I didn't mind respond, pace it out, actually learn from the sparring. And I think that's something that comes with the age too. Not only with the experience itself, but with the age and maturity. But yeah, anyways, that was a little bit of insight about my sparrings, what I was doing. Okay, so look at this. Okay, another pretty girls. But this is one of my favorite main central streets. There are a lot of foreigners too. I think it's quite lovely. What I don't like about my country is the problem with the not necessarily homeless people. Not everyone who is begging out in the streets are homeless, but some of them are really struggling, especially the older people, and the pension, the government support is very low in the country. So I do feel that senior people who are struggling are kind of abandoned here by the government. But also another part is like almost a business making, like they are just, I believe they have someone like a boss who is in charge, and those people just beg and they kind of make the whole acting scene. So that can be quite common in Tbilisi as well. Here they had my favorite cafe before, but now they just closed and there's something else. This is in Georgia. This is Tbilisi. Yes. This is Tbilisi. Yeah, feel free to ask questions, guys. I don't think I walked here since I've been in the center and slightly other parts, but I have not walked on this street in a very long time. As I said, sometimes once kids stopped me and they're like, "Oh, hello," and I was like, "Gamajoba," and they're like, "What? You're Georgian?" Yes, I'm Georgian. Okay, so let me show you this. This is an opera. This is one of the oldest operas here. So in the old center, we have a lot of cultural destinations and a lot of theaters and, as I said, so-called opera house. Oh, here, that's a good angle. So just look at this. Just going up the street, and you have a mountain, and you have the TV translating pillar. You look so happy walking around there. Yes, I am happy. This place has been my home for 20 years. I'm 25 now, but like 22 years it's been. I never left my country for long periods. Now I'm more nomadic since I met my husband. We're more nomadic, but it always feels great to be at home. When you walk, you float like a butterfly because of the training. Everyone else looks tired. Oh yeah. Some people are tired. I guess some people are tired. I'm 34 and I feel so much better when I was 25. Well, unfortunately, it is true. Unless your 20s are very, very bad, like I don't know, health issues, partying, whatever reason. Usually, the younger you are, the better it is. I can say the same about. Okay, I've been like there's so many ways that. Right now, I'm more cautious about my health, injuries, all that kind of stuff. I need more sleep. Comparing to when I was 18, for example, like I would just not notice any issues with myself. But at the same time, I would say that I was vegetarian for a few years, and I was that exact period, and I had some like extra kilograms on my body. Like lack of protein, a little bit high carb diet, all that kind of stuff. So essentially, I can say that I feel better now comparing, generally speaking, I feel better now comparatively speaking. I train better, I eat better, I supplement better. I'm still young, right? But yeah, as I said, the younger you are, it's still the best. You still like, you don't notice, you ignore so much stuff going on. For me, it just started earlier. It started quite early. You know, some people like they just start noticing issues when they're like in their 30s. You know, like they just hit 30s. After 23, I started realizing, okay, you know, sleepless nights, partying, drinking doesn't really work for me. It just doesn't make me feel good. Okay, here, let me show you a little bit more of the street. There's more souvenirs. We have quite a lot of scrolls, and I hate those things because people tend to ride them on the sidewalks, and there've been some situations when puppy go is a girl. Hi, spectator. I was on the vegan diet for a few years. When I was 18-21, I feel much better on a high protein diet now. Most of the people do. It's just how it works. Like, you cannot just neglect a significant part of your nutrition that you need to take. Okay. Which country are you and your husband planning on going to next? Well, if everything gets sorted with my visa, then US for a few months for a visit. Yeah. Okay. Crossing the walk. Where are you at? I'm in the center of Tbilisi, Georgia. This is, let me show you that. So this is the first gymnasia, I think. This is a school basically, probably one of the first public schools. And here we have two Georgian writers and public figures in the past. So it was before the Soviets. It was around the beginning of the 20th century, the end of the 19th. Ilia Cherchavadze and Akakita Repeli. So those two men were the fighters of the Georgian identity and Georgian language, nationality. And yeah, they got sacrificed. Ilia, particularly this one, Ilia Cherchavadze, got assassinated, murdered by political enemies. But it's quite cool to see. I mean, here they are, and they're kids, supposedly getting education. I mean, you're always gonna have a hope for a future generation. Was Georgia part of the Soviet Union? Yeah, it was. It was for quite a long time. I guess for around 70 years at least. Ilia Topuria, yes. We all know who is Ilia. Georgians are definitely proud of both Mirab and Ilia getting such a high success in UFC. Stalin was Georgian, that's true, he was. He was born in Gori, which is an hour to the north, I think. Hour to the north from Tbilisi. Which country are you going next? Everything goes correct? US, USA. Not sure exactly where. I'm from Georgia. Scotland. Who is more famous between Merab and Ilya in Georgia? Both are equally famous. Hi from Armenia. Hi, neighbors. You're 55 years old and you are wearing braces in your teeth. What is the point? The point is, well, I'm 25, and when you're 25 years old, I put them when I was 23. And the point was my teeth were standing too narrow, too tight, and that would cause a very rapid damage for all of my teeth. So my orthodontist basically suggested that it's actually a good timing to do it. It's not necessarily for kids. Adults can have braces too, and especially if it creates so many issues because of the friction. That was my case, and I definitely don't regret it. Hopefully, gonna take it off in a couple of months. That's what my orthodontist said. Looks alright, I think. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, Tbilisi. Oh, let me rest a little bit. Whew. Yeah, Armenia is like a neighboring country to Georgia. Going to the US, try to stay out of big cities, too dangerous. We're going for the visit to see the friend. So it should be fine. And we're not the fans of the big cities, let's be honest. You don't ban harassers for, I mean, if someone joking about age or that kind of stuff, not really. I mean, people can joke and tease and it's fine. It's just, we're usually about people who are spamming a lot, who are very truly disrespectful and that kind of stuff, you know. She looks like Ellie from The Last of Us. I heard that before. Hey, Eva Kartulat, რა თქმა უნდა. გამარჯობა. როგორ ხარ? რა ვიცი, რაზე ვილაპარაკო? ძალიან მიხარია რომ რაღაც პერიოდს საქართველოს ვატარებ, იმიტომ რომ გინდა არ გინდა სახლი გენატრება. That was me speaking Georgian, and I just said basically that what can I say in Georgian? Well, I'm definitely happy to be back here for some time at least, because just wherever you go, you miss your home. They just pollute. Yeah, I mean, I have moderators. My husband usually moderating. I think he's out, but he was there, and I can put. I put usually some people on the moderation to moderate the chat, and yeah, I mean, right now it doesn't seem that bad. How do you learn English so well? Commitment and consistency. That's what I can tell you. That's my third language, and I learned in 2020, so I was already an adult when I learned it by myself using such a great thing as an internet, a lot of YouTube, a lot of article translation, a lot of Google Oxford translation. So you can, if you say Google Translate, they're gonna give you a translator that is sometimes not very accurate. But if you really want to learn words and definitions, you kind of put the English word and you say meaning, you kind of write down the meaning, and it opens the Oxford dictionary version, and it also has an option. You can translate that word and all of the versions, all of the meanings in selected language. So I was using it as a dictionary. My mom says hi. Привет, mama. I wrestled since 7 years old. When I got braces at 12, I cut my lips all the time during the wrestling practice. I can imagine that. I mean, in boxing it's all right as long as you wear a mouth guard. It's fine. And when you do just a pad work or heavy back work or anything else, it's not really a problem either. Georgia could produce great fighters and athletes. I totally agree, and I think finally they got the opportunity to shine. And what is more important, they're opening more open doors for a new talent. And I see, especially in Marab doing that, I can see that, and I guess that's great. Just scrolling up, guys. Who is winning, Benavides or Yarda? I have not followed the Yarda that much. Benavides is unbeaten. Not really fan of his style, but he has very good body type for the boxing, and he uses it. He has quite high IQ, and he uses it in a very quite a good way. So I don't know. I need to look on the Yarda's records and watch some of his who he fought, some of his highlights. Couple fights, and then I can see. Tell me please, when is that fight though? Okay. Giving a hug from New Zealand to Georgia, giving a hug back, virtual hug. I have a high knockout power. My grandma is still sleeping from the last punch. Be careful if she throws that sleeper back. Ramdenishar Rose. Ozahutis. I'm 25 years old. What's up? Everything's good? Gondola versus Thurman is the next month. Who is winning? I mean, Pandora is great. I was actually looking at her before, and she's very, very tall, and she has a crazy reach for her weight class. And as a shorter boxer, I can tell you this is quite hard to work with someone who has such a good reach, but also a perfect control. She executes what she has perfectly. So. Like again, I don't know much about Thurman. I need to look into her, what is her record. But I've seen. I think I saw the face-off. This height significance, height difference was quite significant. I would probably go for Fundora, but as I said, I haven't looked in that one that much. I haven't done anything these days. I'll be honest. We were just recovering, resting. You know, when you have those psychological periods with so many changes, so many things going on, we're just chilling. Have you ever had a real street art? I know you're hands off a boxer. I'm a girl. I'm a lady, and I try to avoid fights. If you talk about the self-defense situation, I had it in school, but not here. Not in the street, I mean. So no, I think the best self-defense is to try to avoid at all costs the dangerous, suspicious places, be environmentally aware, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That Georgian white skin, tan skin. I mean, I think now it's quite okay. Georgians are quite used to different colors of skins. But years ago, I think it was quite. There's not Georgian that never seen a black person or brown person, all that kind of stuff, and they are like, oh, what's that? But if you're asking me about the races, I don't think so. Like even here, I was walking, and there are like a few black people passing, Russians, Westerners, a lot of Arabs, a lot of Indians, and it seems to be cool. You remind me a bit of Valentina Shevchenko. She's Russian, though, just the way you guys express yourself. I mean, I love Valentina. Actually, so there's one person I know. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She's a good fighter, and her husband is her coach. So me and him have been knowing each other for like a very long time, and sometimes we talk about fights or that kind of stuff. And he was there in Thailand, and they actually been, so now the fight they're preparing with the Zhang Weili, Valentina was there, and Elena, the girl, like his wife, was training together with her, and they've been saying that she's very down to earth, very lovely, very humble, and I think this is how she is. This is the impression I'm getting from her presence too. I like her. She's one of my favorite female UFC fighters. Her versus Zhang is good fight. Who you got in that? I would go for Valentina. I'm not underestimating Zhang Weili, but she's coming from the lower weight class and stuff. And Valentina has a crazy experience. And the funny thing is, her mentality is so strong because like they've been doing like this guy was telling me about their training style. They've been doing like a 90 minutes of the active work, 90 minutes, 10 minutes each round or something. I mean, it's a little bit odd style of training, but if she trains that way often, I think she's just used to fighting. Like 25 minutes is not much for her. So that's probably one of the reasons why she's very focused pretty much always in her fights. She can take the hits, she can take the pace, she can set the pace. Obviously, the age-wise, I'm not sure how old is Zhang, but Valentina is 35, 36 already. She's already on the way of she's probably exiting her peak. So we'll see. I would go for Valentina. Did you jump ropes? Yes, I do. Do you drink coffee? Let's go for coffee. I'm actually thinking to get some coffee for sure. Just give me a second. I'll put this on my waist. It's quite hot here, guys. I can tell you that. I mean, it's not hot, but it's warmer than usually at this point. Okay, that's a good question. If your life was a novel, what would you be the title and the ending of it? Title? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, nothing comes to my mind. Maybe I just need a coffee. Where are you from? I'm from Georgia. Do some shadow box in front of everybody. You think I wouldn't do that? You think I wouldn't do that? Huh? I did it. Okay, let's go. Rabat Crawford, I knew it, we knew it, yes, and he won exactly the way I said. I mean, I was saying rather split or unanimous because I was still giving it chances to Canelo. Like, it wasn't like, it wasn't a fight to underestimate either side, but Crawford won by unanimous decision, fair and square. And I love the brilliance of his game. He sacrificed first 3 rounds, analyzing, and a lot of people were like, oh yeah, Canelo is getting it, yeah. But then just a flip point. He just turned everything around, and I think that's cool. This is how the Спасибо, mom. My mom says that I'm pretty. But yeah, that's I think that's the elite level of boxing. You're not just trying to survive or win each round just by pulling it from your opponent's hands. You play your own game. You kind of manipulate their energy expenditure too. Like Canelo already got tired by the round 5-6, I would say. And this is part of the strategy too. So you gotta know how to manipulate, how to manipulate that, how to preserve your own energy, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, let me see with that for short. Maybe I will. Look like a fighter. I do boxing. How about Tank Davis versus Paul? This fight's so weird, wired, like exhibition fight. I mean, I don't know. It's probably going to be something similar like Tyson, because if actually Paul is going to try to really go for Tank, that's going to be so unfair with that size difference. So I really hope if it's happening, just let's keep it as an exhibitional. Just same thing they did with Tyson, barely punching or touching each other. Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird thing. I gotta sleep. I need my recovery. You have a great day. Definitely click that and get the terrified reactions of the passerbys or terrifying. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for a good idea. You have a good night. Enjoy your sleep, and hopefully see you in the next live stream. You go running every day? No, I don't run that much, like miles and stuff. I do some sprint training, and I can tell you the best endurance training essentially for boxing is doing the boxing sparrings. Many rounds, active sparrings. And another, I would say, some specialized endurance type of training or VO2 max training. I haven't done it in a while, but I've been doing it back in Vietnam, and it definitely helped. Definitely helped my cardiovascular vascular endurance. Sorry. Okay, so Marusha, идешь? Не сейчас, пока не иду. My mom is asking, it's my sister's birthday, so she's working, and we all want to go pay her a visit a little bit later in the evening, and yeah, I'm not going there yet. Okay, I want to show you this. So this is a Liberty Square, and the guy just sent all of us an air kiss. So this is a Liberty Square, Tbilisi. This is, by the way, this is the Saint George statue. A fun fact, I don't know how, but a current Georgian flag and the English flag, I think, yeah, English flag, looks very similar, except we have 4 crosses in the white squares of the flag. And we also consider St. George as our one of the major saints and protectors of this country. So, yeah, just wanted to show you that. How your English is so good. Practice. First 3 months, I committed to it. I was spending 5-6 hours a day during the pandemic. Just watching videos, translating word by word, sentence by sentence, working on my accent, which is definitely a Frankenstein of something. And then I got an offer to work in the studio where they train a lot of expats. So by definition, I needed English there, and I said, yes, I'll do it, and I did it. Then I kept working. I switched my majority of my work to online, and I do that till now. I also made a lot of English-speaking friends. I had some English-speaking friends, couple of them, before I learned English properly. So I have no idea how the hell we actually communicated before. And one of my friends told me a very funny thing. He says, you went to Michelle Obama type of English to from Borat. From Borat to Michelle Obama. Well, that doesn't sound very bad. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to this street now, which is like a semi walking street. Going to the semi walking street. Hopefully find some place to get some good coffee. You see? There's just a mountain right there. Does hand braces affect you mouse guard at all? Just curious? No, it doesn't. To me, it's fine at least. Bernard. Where is this? This is Tbilisi, Georgia. Let me show you. You see how all of a sudden it becomes way more quiet comparing to one of the coffee shops, comparing to the main street. Very cool place. Thanks. My mom says Tbilisi is very beautiful. Yes, it definitely is. You know, I'm actually gonna go to the coffee shop that I discovered previously, actually walking around Tbilisi. And sorry, just cut off for a second. Are you German? No, I'm Georgian. Georgian with some Slavic roots. I know Georgian, English, and Russian fluently. But anyways, going to this place that I actually discovered myself last time I did the live stream around the city. My husband, Chris, in the chat says that it's 6:16 p.m. here now at this point. I see a lot of graffitis. Okay, so going to this direction now, and this is like your refurbished area, like not all of the buildings, but some of the buildings, and yeah, it's quite interesting. Might not be my favorite choices of the colors on the some buildings, but it's still quite refreshed, and that's what they've been doing with the old center for many years now. Okay. All right. Your girl's cool. He knows that. We both know that. Well, if you ask him, he will call me a nerd, but deep inside of his heart, he knows that I'm cool. Speaking of the cool, this area is cool to me. I really, really do like it. So last time I showed that to you. This is a statue called Katlis Deda, like a mother of Georgia, basically. And yeah, it has a sword, and I don't remember what she has in her hand. I think it's just a cup of wine. It's supposed to be. But the truth is that I think it was put there in the Soviet period, and that's not the only one. They're having a similar one in Armenia at the very least, and I think some other places as well. So yeah, anyways, gonna go to that direction. Hi Ratet, I'm from Brazil. Cool, nice to meet you. Are you getting some good cardio? That's a lot of walking. Yes, I am. I'm actually getting quite a lot of good cardio. Let's see how many steps do I have here. I already have, 1 second. Well, I have a 6,000 steps, but that's just because I have not walked a lot today. So we're gonna get some more steps. This is a cool area. I really, really do like it. And I think this is the part of it's a very big, oh, kitty cat. Huh, look at this. I mean, you would like it yourself. And here we have the church building, but it's abandoned for many years, and I don't know what they're gonna do with it. It has its own charm, the way it is at this point. But I think it's a little bit of waste, the way it is, like just non-functional, abandoned. So you can see the side area from there. It's very cool. I don't know the history of it, honestly. Like, look at this. It's sealed, but you can see the mystery. Are you on vacation? I'm at home. I'm actually back in Tbilisi. Tbilisi is where I'm from, and here we're closer to the mother of Georgia. And this is the place I went up last time. This is a very cool area, and we're gonna walk up those stairs. And there is the coffee I had previously, but what I want to do this time, I want to go all the way up and show you the view. Okay, this is a relatively modern building, but still cool how the grass is wrapped around it. Okay. All right. It's quite steep. It really is. I love those old buildings. They have quite a long history behind it. Nice weather. We're having a typhoon. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Last time I was there, hey, last time I was there, those two dogs were together with their owner. Ciao, Chuka. Ciao, Chugebo. Chugebo. So pretty and so distinguished. Hey. Короче. Что такое? Ты нас это чамо уверяешь? Oh, Souvenir. That's the owner. He says every time they go out, they just stand here and they just like to stand like this. Oh, that's the father. The boy's father and the son. Моди, моди. Чебара моди. 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 Моди, моди, моди. Идеал. Территория сит. Ицao. Территория сицao.
იხვითა ფიგდე იმას და
არა ხო ზიცის ხა მეც ვყავდნენ ძაღლები. Yo, go. რა კარგები ხართ.
მოდი კაცი, მოდი.
რა კარგები ხართ. So yeah, the son definitely outgrew his father. مدلوبة ديدي بدنيرت. Okay, let's keep walking upstairs. When you walk, my friend, like a kung fu master, it's scared to go in front of you. Awesome culture. Well, one thing Georgia definitely can offer is a culture. Yeah, and that's great. Like, okay, look, even from here, look at this view. Imagine just living here. And this guy, the owner of the dogs, he just lives in one of those, maybe not the best apartments, maybe it's one old apartment that his family has for a very long time, but look at this. Like, I would live in 30 square meters to just be able to have like views and areas to walk just by in a close area for me. I would leave it. I would live here. So that was the coffee shop. I had the coffee with, and it's quite cheap coffee. They do like Americano with milk for like 5 gel. But it's like a tourist shop, like a touristic shop. They sell some, touristic stuff. But today we're not gonna stop there. Okay, another church. Look, another church. I mean, a lot of churches in the center. So there's the tip of the other one. And you cannot see it from here, but there are quite a lot of old styled churches in the area. Okay, so what do we have here? This is a yard. And look, you have like a rock. Beautiful city. I like to feel more like a tourist here myself now at this point, because this is how, like when you live in the country for so long. Let me show you a little bit more. So you see mountain and the pillar here, church. And now we're gonna go here. But yeah, anyways. Whew, it's so nice here. Another puppy. So this is just a quiet area where, let me show you quickly. You can just sit, hang out. There's another church, I believe. If I walk down there, and I never did actually, I can get somewhere, but just gonna take a moment and just have it like this. So you have the gondola there, you see, like right there. It goes up to, let me show you. It goes up there, like behind this church. It is Orthodox, Georgian Orthodox churches. Okay, and let me show you this one. So this big church right there is a Trinity church. It is a second biggest Orthodox church in the world. The first one is in Russia. I'm not sure, I think it's in Moscow, but I'm not sure exactly. Okay, I actually never walked down this street, so let's see where we end up. It's probably just gonna go down to one of the uphill streets, and all of those streets essentially lead to the center. Okay, so here. Sorry, I'm flipping camera all over just because I want to show you those nice little streets. And I want you to see those guys, you know what I mean? I love Georgian fighters. We all love Georgian fighters. Okay, so see here we have like this is how the Georgia, it's a old central part of Georgia looks like, the smaller streets. So they go uphill from the center. This is like a mix, a lot of a stone ground, and yeah. Let's see where I'll end up. Thanks for showing us. You're welcome. Okay, walking down the street. Well, feel free to ask questions, guys. Don't hesitate. That's the interesting looking. I'm not gonna flip the camera, but look at the color. This is quite unusual color, so I think just the designer's choice.
C'è telephone, mama, da mama get up.
We're enjoying the views. I agree. I definitely do too. Monte. What's that? That looks pretty. So it's one of the, looks like a restaurant, cafe or something. UFC has actually, I think, 4 fighters at this point. So let's known are Roman Dolidze, who's, I mean, he's not doing as good as Merab and Ilya. We have Giga Chikadze, who was actually the first one who signed the contract, first Georgian who signed contract with UFC, and Guram Kutateladze, but I think he retired after his last fight. And well, what I like about Georgia is despite you know, not all of them are the greatest, right? Not everyone can be the greatest, but they still stand by each other's side, and they still help each other in the camps. They're like brothers, you know what I mean? So it's someone is more successful, someone is less, but it doesn't really matter. Arts Cafe Hall. Okay, let's see what's the price here. Probably a little bit more expensive. Americano 6 gel. Yeah, in that other place it was 5 gel. That was so far the cheapest coffee that I found in the center. Okay, so now we're gonna go down here. Okay, 1 second. It's gradually getting darker. Also a good view. Like now you can see the shape of the mountain and the TV pillar here. I'm still not sure where I'm going exactly, like which side I'm gonna end up in. Hi, from Istanbul. Hi, I'm from Tbilisi, Georgia. Good, let's see my steps. How many steps did I? Okay, now it's like a 71,000 steps. It's great. I have a choice to go this direction or that direction. Okay, I'll go this direction because this street seems to be more empty. Good cardio walking, yeah, it is. This place, this street actually looks quite familiar. But this is quite beautiful. Look at this building. So someone remade it, but it has very cool ornaments. And I'm not even sure what is there. Okay, back to me. Hi, kitty. A lot of cats. A lot of cats around. Nice architecture. Yeah, I agree. Okay, and I think I know where I am now. Okay, so we did a little circle down there. And let me see here. If I go this direction, I think I'm gonna go up to one of the more quiet streets. And I think I'm gonna end up to the back to the central area. This is your hometown. Yes, it is. Oh, look at this. Cool graffiti. It doesn't seem to be much, but this is what I love. And I think this guy, so it's a, it is called, his name was Gosha Art, because this kind of cats is all over the city, and that's his art. I met him before once, just by accident. It's cool balconies. I wish there were less cars in the city though. Behind me is the mountains and trees. Yeah, I mean Tbilisi, the central part is, how to say that? It's like a deep, and you have a city like in that deeper area, and you have both sides of the river. Like a river is the deepest point, and then you have the upper area, which is usually it goes to mountains, and it's just not the one. It's not only a single store. It is like sorry, not the single mountain. It's a lot of mountains back there. I can see your blue eyes. I don't have blue eyes though. They're hazel. They sometimes seem to be green. Sometimes people that just think that they're blue because they have light hair, light skin. They're definitely not blue. Never have been. Hi, Uzbekistan. Hi to you. And I think I'm back to that same area, yeah. So I'm back to the this area. We just been there, but you see, I ended up from the other side. So not exactly in the center yet, but I'm just gonna go this direction. And technically, I just made the pool. Sorry again. I was saying that I made the loop. I saw your country only in the encyclopedias. Yes. Well, it's Georgia getting a little bit more famous over time. I was in Tbilisi back in 2013. It was nice. Well, it changed since 2013. I think it looks better. It's more interesting now. It still has its own charm. See how much of the charge I have? I do have plenty of it at this point. დასასვენებლად ხარ ჩამოსული? მე ვარ ჩამოსული. დასასვენებლად არ ახლა სახლია, მაგრამ დროებით. და ჩვენ კიდე მოგზაურობთ, მე მოგზაურობა გვაქვს გეგმაში. მე და ჩემს მეუღლეს. I'm saying that this is not a holiday specifically. I mean, when we get back to home, like it's kind of getting back to home, right? So I don't call that a holiday necessarily, but it's you know, it's always good. It's always good to come back home and Then we have some traveling, more traveling planned. As I said, hopefully the US works out, and after that, not a particular plan at this point. Good stamina. Well, walking is okay, one of the basic movement patterns, and you know, as much as I like walking, I also love hiking. Haven't done it in a while, like a proper hiking and camping, but I used to do that. Like 2022, 2023 were the years that were full of hiking for me, and yeah, I wish I do more hiking. At this point, I can just walk. At the very least, that's the least I can do. English is horrible, man. The question is, have I ever lived in UK? No, I never have lived in UK. My husband, guys, is Norwegian, but like he speaks language since English since he was 3 years old, and he's fluent basically. So for me, it's like now at this point, it's like a 24/7 English speaking practice all the time. So this is how I speak good English, I guess. Okay, please no spamming, guys. I'm gonna put some people who spam a lot on the timeout. That's not the UK. That's Georgia. That's Tbilisi. Hey, puppy. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go this one area. This is so we're back to the center, okay? Let me show you. Back to the center. This is a Liberty Square. Again, Saint George's statue. And now I'm gonna go down there. We're going to the direction of to the Riverside. There's very nice parks there. There's nice areas there too. So I want to show you that now. Whew. Definitely good cardio, guys. Can't complain. They're super sweet. There's no reason why I wouldn't be sweet. Why not? No, why should I be mean or disrespectful? I'm always gonna be sweet to everyone, as long as they are respectful and decent. I know they have a McDonald's right there somewhere. It was in the beginning, I just didn't record it. But yeah, we have quite many McDonald's around that. So the first McDonald's was actually here in the center as well. It was in this big street that I walked in the beginning. I should have showed you, but I was a little bit past McDonald's itself. So anyways, it's the first McDonald's in Tbilisi and in Georgia entirely. So I think it was opened. I'm not sure. You can Google it or AI it if you want, but I remember it was rather when I was very little, so it's like early 2000s or maybe even before that. Down the architecture and the roads looks just like here in England. I guess some parts. The old city, I bet, looks like a lot of places in the UK. I bet it looks a lot like in Europe, because a lot of architects, a lot of architectural works here are done by European architects and designers many years ago. We're talking before Soviet period, before the Bolsheviks came in and occupied Georgia. I'm not gonna go to McDonald's and get coffee. Like there are better places to get coffee. Like, no, not from McDonald's. Thank you. Might be a little bit cheaper, but there are places that you can get it for a reasonable price. Hi, Uzbekistan. Are you walking alone? Yes, I'm walking alone. I'm meeting my friend later, paying my sister a visit later because she has a birthday today. But yeah, otherwise it's just me walking and just letting you know Tbilisi is quite it's a very safe city, especially central area is safe for walking. You can just walk and it's gonna be fine. So look at this. These are like when I was around 10 years old, they dug up all the entire road, and now they made like this bridge, and essentially this like a architectural and archaeological, like you see, it's kind of like it almost feels like a castle wall, and I believe there was a theater built upon it, which was also old, but those walls seem to be even older. So that might be some castle leftovers, and they just left it like an archaeological item for people to basically just pass and look at. Are you Georgian? Yes, I'm Georgian, but from the country. We call Georgia Sakartvelos. Okay, let me show this. Let me show a little bit here. So this area is also old. It doesn't seem that old because a lot of things have been refurbished and rebuilt here, but this is one of the places where Tbilisi started many, many years ago. And this is a Trinity Church. Remember I showed you from the other point? Here there is a river that crosses the bridge that is crossing the river, but now we're gonna go from the slightly different direction, and we're gonna go down to the park and to the Riverside. So I'm just gonna wait and cross the road. Okay, crossing the road. Okay, so what do we have here? The sun. Okay, crossing again. So now going to one cool place. I mean, it's basically like this area used to be a bazaar. So let me show you a little bit. So they still sell flowers here, but before it used to be flowers, goods, food. It's like one of the oldest city bazaar. That's how it used to be. Now it's not bazaar exactly, but they still sell a lot of stuff there, and especially flowers. So now I'm going to, what's that called? It's called, not Galleria, but a bazaar. Bazaar on Orbeliani. And that also used to be a market building. So in there they used to have, they would sell and trade a lot of stuff. But they rebuilt that place as the compound of the restaurants, cafes, sitting areas, and sometimes they host some events there, and it's very cool. So we're almost there, just around the corner. If you can hear that, so this is like this is this Tbilisi, like an urban, old school music. Yeah, I don't have a cash, otherwise I would leave some. There's so many talented street musicians, older generation, younger generation out in the streets playing their music. So I think there's quite a culture created around that. Oh, look at this. I haven't been there in a while, so look at this. What do we have here? What do we have here? So I didn't remember them having lights, so it's cool. We're gonna go on the second floor. Gonna go on the second floor. First floor is just a grocery shop and basically a big supermarket, and the second floor is the mix of the restaurants and the cafes and sitting areas, and then on the rooftop it's basically a bar and club/bar. Let me show you a little view from here too. Also a very nice area. Here most of the old buildings, like all of those buildings they're old, but they're refurbished. The exterior is redone. But yeah, let me see. Okay. Okay, getting in. Okay, they definitely changed it quite a lot. Let me show you. Wow, look at this. So now they're making more of now it feels like the bazaar like it used to be. And I think they're kind of taking that scene back. And you have a common sitting areas. I don't remember that couch. It was a little bit different. Definitely some areas they closed up because they probably didn't work well, were not profitable. I guess they're just renting them out, and well, you can rent it out. And Japanese desserts. Interesting. What's that? Americano. I just want to drink some coffee. So let me just see. Pretty much they have the same coffee. I just want to see the reasonable price here. Okay. Do it here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Hold up before I make up my mind with the coffee. Oh, they definitely made it more lighting. Some delicious stuff. Cinnamon buns, and this is a sitting area. Oh, that's cool. It wasn't there before, so I like how they made it. You have a second floor too. Like just go on the stairs from there up. Where is she? This is guys. I mean, if you've been there before, like years ago, yeah, I mean, you experience at Tbilisi, it's quite different now. So many areas are different. Okay, let me just take a little moment, just rest a little bit. The music is not that loud. I think it's quite all right. And we'll definitely have some food there. more places they added up here. I can tell you that 100%. That's good. Well, time flows so fast. It does. Definitely does. Where are you? I'm gonna keep repeating it. Tbilisi, Georgia. I haven't been there in. I haven't been here for more than 10 months, like almost a year, basically. I would say. It's been a while. It feels. You know that feeling when you haven't been there for quite some time, but it's your home. You knew it before. You would come here every day, and then you come one day, and it feels so like you've been you were here yesterday, but at the same time, everything changed. Yeah, that's how it feels. Hi Ninja, hi everyone. Familiar but modern. Yes, they're definitely more modernized. She looks so Caucasian. Well, I do, but not exactly. Most of the Georgian Caucasian women, and I'm not talking about Caucasian like in an English meaning, I'm talking about people from Caucasus area. They usually have darker hair, sharper features, and the reason I don't really look like them exactly because my mom is Slavic, so I'm a mix between Caucasian and Slavic roots. So comfortable and relaxed. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, I'm gonna sit a little bit longer. Actually, gonna grab some coffee, and we're gonna go to the park that I promised that I'm gonna show you. And yeah, that's gonna be. I guess that's gonna be the final destination. So let me just check out the coffee. But no, okay, I will have to disconnect the live stream and pay for it. So maybe I just rest now for it. I'll have a coffee later or maybe something else. And yeah, we can go to the park area. From what country is your mother? Well, when she was in the country, it used to be Ukraine, but now it's Russia. So she's from Crimea. Final Destination, great movie. Yeah, thanks. Not that kind of Final Destination. Your nationality? I'm Georgian, from Tbilisi, with some Slavic and some Armenian roots. Yes, I have some Armenian roots too, from my grandma's side. She's half Georgian, half Armenian. My father's mother. Okay, fun fact, Kevin says. The existence of the predators like the dinosaurs led to the development of the neocortex that helps in problem solving in the or smaller mammals that later evolved into modern mammals. That's a good fun fact. Yeah, I mean evolution and the environment at that time and then environment at the old times shaped us into what we are. I'm from Georgia, the country. Tbilisi. You know India? Yes, India is a big country. I think pretty much everyone knows what is India. Is there IKEA in Georgia? I don't think so. I'm not sure about that. Chachipuri. It's a reference to Hachapuri, I guess. Okay, bye, guys. But yeah, let me just wrap this thing around my waist again. I just brought it because it's well, it's probably gonna get cooler a little bit later. So I like I always wear my jackets like this. So now we can go. I showed you this area. Let's go down to the park. What time is it? It is, let me see. It's 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. exactly. All right, we can go now. Sorry? Okay, let's head to the park and the Riverside. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't have cash, and Georgia is quite how you call that? It's you can pay with card basically everywhere. It's not like Southeast Asia. That is a major difference here. Let me show you this area. So it's quite a cool streets here, and there are gonna be two big parks out there. Show you a little bit more around here. The rentals in these areas are expensive. So I see a lot of businesses opening up and then shutting down essentially. Like this one been working for quite some time. Didn't really change. This I remember was still there. We actually used to live on the second floor, not this balcony area, but I can show you on the way. We used to live there. Yeah, we used to live like up here. Anyways, going to... So this is quite a big park. And I don't know, there's some construction going on. And here, I'm gonna show you President's Palace. So this is supposed to be a residence of the president. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They finally, so there was just a facade of the building. They're finally whether demolishing it or gonna build a real building there. I'm gonna show you in a second. So look at this. See? So this was just a facade. This was just a facade, and it's been like that for a very long time. And then finally, I think they're gonna build a building there, which kind of makes sense. 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm putting you on the timeout. I put on height because I already asked, and a lot of people asked in the chat, so don't spam, please. Thanks God. Yeah. No problem, guys. Okay, so now crossing the bridge.
We go this way, we come this way, and then.
So there are two bridges. There's gonna be first bridge that goes over the road, but the thing is, back then, many years ago, that bridge was over the one part of the river. So where the park is located at this point, it used to be like a little island in between of the river. But they dried it out. Oop. Hey, don't scare me, baby. There was a pit bull just moved towards my leg, and well, you know, not all of them are friendly. This one was friendly. But anyways, you see, so this is a road, right? And this is like the first bridge. And this is the park where we're gonna go. And it used to be a river. And that was the whole island there. Like everywhere else, look at this. Traffic is in the full scale, guys. As I said, way too many cars for Tbilisi. And I think I'm not the only Georgian who complains about that. Okay. Our language is from your mom's and Ukrainian to your dad's side. Tbilisi, Georgian, similar languages, like for example, Spanish, Italian, similar. Hindu, Urdu, similar but different. Not really. Georgian language doesn't sound like anything else. There is only Georgian group of languages, like it's 3 languages within the Georgia, and that's it. There are some Persian and Arabic words in Georgian, well, because we've been invaded quite a lot by Arabs and by Persians and Ottomans, so it kind of makes sense. But in the, like, if we talk about the structure of the language and most of the linguistics, it's very different. When it comes to the Slavic languages, Ukrainian, like if you know Russian fluently, and I know Russian fluently, I kind of can understand Ukrainian, but I need to kind of learn Ukrainian a bit too. And with knowing Russian, it's going to be easier to learn Ukrainian. But if you know Ukrainian, you most likely going to understand quite well Belarusian, Slovakian, you know, those languages. So they are more in the tighter group rather than Ukrainian and Russian. And Georgian, as I said, it's like a separate language. It doesn't sound like anything else. Can you get by a Georgia speaking English? I didn't understand exactly what that means. Okay, but let me show you the park. Yeah, I'll show you the park. It's a very nice park. It has a skating area, has a lot of like a picnic, hanging out area. It's good for students, especially in the summertime, spring and summertime. It's very nice. There's some bars and there are a couple areas that, a couple places here that they make events in. Very often they do festivals in the place, but right now there's nothing, no festivals. And this building, this statue is dedicated to mother language, mother tongue, Dedaina. Dedaina means mother tongue or mother language, and yeah, that's the name of the park. Some Dunkin' Donuts, some food, some coffee and stuff, some puppy. It's very cute. So you see people are hanging out quite, very nice area, and you're allowed to get on the grass, just put the blanket or something, and they also have a separate seating areas that I'm gonna, they're like a separate seating areas I was saying, sorry for disconnecting again. That I'm gonna try to take. And yeah, that's so here, just gonna sit for a little bit longer. I mean, people do picnics, hangouts. You should see that in the summertime. People really, well, they don't do barbecue or anything like that, but if you just bring your own food, put the mat or the blanket, it's that's how people do it here. Georgia equals good vibes, no doubt. Yeah, thank you. It does. It definitely. As I said, I myself appreciate it more than I used to before. Traveling other places helps to reevaluate your own home country and see the positives of it. Or do you still have braces? Well, I'm probably gonna take them off in a couple of months. So my teeth are pretty much good already. Just needs a little bit of adjustments, and that will be it. The people, the culture, and himself. I love the humility. Or Georgians can be some arrogant assholes, but usually they're very warm and very great in hospitality. Okay, anyways, let's get to the final destinations, guys. We're gonna go to the Riverside, which is literally park is on the Riverside, so it just takes a few more steps. It's getting darker, which makes sense. Yeah, it's quite lively. Almost next to the Riverside. Let me show you the skate park. So here, a very cool skate park area. You know, always busy. Kids, adults, everyone together are doing some cool stuff with it. Actually, let me go through here. Some resting areas like this. Okay, and here we are almost. This is the river, or the Riverside. So this is the bridge, the continuance of the other smaller bridge that was over the road. And this is like the central, this river called Tbilisi is splitting the city in two. And from the both areas you have a mountain uphill areas. What type of park is that? Strange but wonderful. I mean, it's a little bit modernistic, I would say, but it's cool. What country are you in? Georgia, Tbilisi, as I said before. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's been quite a long walk. Let's see how many steps I got. Okay, 10,000 steps. Yes, I hit the target, hit the goal. I still gotta walk some steps. I'm definitely gonna go meet my friends soon and visit my sister for her birthday. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you have any more questions before I wrap up this live stream, feel free to do it. Well, I haven't been in Moscow. This is definitely not in Moscow. This is Tbilisi. Thanks for showing us. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. I'm using Strava app, measure your footsteps. I used to use it, but I don't track on Strava anymore. It's just a Garmin watch, and it just gets my personal measurements, and I just do it for myself. This is one of the event house, so they have like a bar and a club here. Oh, enjoy watching plays. How can I fly there? Well, check Tbilisi, Georgia. Flight tickets from wherever you are. I want to go to Georgia. Just put it on the list. Put it on the list. You won't regret it. Where you from? Georgia. Sakartvelo, Tbilisi. And I am in Tbilisi right now, so this entire live stream was showing you around the city. Appreciate seeing, and thanks for blocking me. You're welcome. Okay, but yeah, anyways guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Have a nice day, and then have a great day and great night depending where you're from, and I see you in the next live stream. Ciao.